Welcome back to Kissy Boys Custom Cars.
Yeah, y'all, I am a little thin in the paint department, but that's a nice reddish orange. Hey,
you know, for 8 years, I've been wondering how that happened. When the sun finally rose on Hazard the morning of the big race 8 years ago, the sound of a powerful motor could be heard coming out of Kruger's garage.
Yeah, and this old boy's gonna run awesome, too.
And I love the way you put that old one on the side, fellas.
Yeah, well, from now on out, that's going to be the story of our lives. We start out with nothing. It's number one here all the way.
Amen.
Hey there, folks. It's Cliff, Kissy Boy Smith, coming back to you from Kissy Boys Custom Cars with my latest project, which would be Kissy Boys Custom Cars General Lee. I'd say he's about 99% done at this point. Still have a few more details to work on to, get him looking the way I want him to, and make him a little more quote-unquote show authentic, I guess. But at least on the surface, and he's it's good enough for me to shoot this video and have it at least resemble the General Lee. And what has been done since the last video? He is sitting on his own suspension, and the wheels are posable. And these decals are actually from Gopher Racing. I think it's called Bubba's Favorites. So you can get all the decals needed to make a General Lee, including the good old C&H 320 Hazard County. Now, Too Tall, Taylor Brown, pointed out to me, and I noticed it before, and I didn't think about it before to say it. But if you look up there in the top left corner, you could tell why Roscoe was always chasing the boys around. They drove this car, been driving this car for, what was it, 30, almost 40 years, expiring license plate tag. So that's Roscoe was pretty he was pretty legitimate in having to chase them. Anyway, so alright, I'm not sure what I covered in the last few videos because it's been a while since I shot anything, and I've been kind of anxious to get this video together and get them looking good enough so I could shoot a video. I believe the last video it was in color. I hadn't put the decals or clear coat on it yet, and I believe some of the bare metal foil and Molotow chrome pinnage might have been done at that point, but not to this degree. But what I've done since the last video, it's pretty much buttoned up, so the frame's not coming back off again. Chassis not coming back from underneath it. Interior is done. I believe I may throw up some still pictures in regards to that. All the chrome pieces, such as the door handles, they've already been put on, except the windshield wipers. I gotta put those on. I have to make what I do, and like I said before, you advanced guys probably know this. I use a drill bit, tiny one, drill a hole in the body, preferably before painting, and then whatever the chrome pieces that I want to locate on there, I drill a hole in the back of that, and then put, I think it's 26 gauge floral wire into the chrome piece. And once the painting is done, all the shining and blah 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 is done, so you don't have to use so much glue and discolor the paint. I put a little dab on the floral wire, push it on through, locate it the way it needs to go, position it the way it needs to go, and by the time it dries, it should dry pretty straight. I did that with the 66 Chevelle to the Assassin. But I'm going to do the same thing with the windshield wipers. So it's a little tech tip, I guess you'd call it. And getting back to the old General here. Another thing I've done since decals and clear coat, and some of it polished. There may be another video coming after this to show the little tiny details that need to be done to it, most of which are under the hood and the undercarriage. But as it stands at the moment, this is enough to fool anybody to think it's a complete General Lee. Anyway, so what else I've done? Went ahead and made a antenna for the CB radio. This, believe it or not, the CB antenna I've had since 2007 when I built the last General Lee, and that was the all-out build. Opened the trunk and everything. In fact, it's the one right here. This was probably the best General Lee I had made up to date in 2007. And then this one, I believe, toppled it over, even though it doesn't have an opening trunk or anything like that. Anyway, get to the point. So yesterday I made the push bar here, painted that up, and got that mounted. And I believe that's just about all I have for an update on this thing. I do have to add a few more details. One of which is the Fireball Model Works carburetor. I'm going to add that to it, and hopefully get some linkages. I do want to add the Dixie horn, and what else is there? And the drive shaft. I'll just let you in on all the stuff that needs to be done to it, and the windshield wipers. Once all that's done, this is going to be complete. But I do want to put up a video here, and also wanted to have something featured on What's on Your Bench for Pappy, so hopefully this will make it. And actually this video is trifold, I guess you call it. I wanted to show off what I was building, get something in for What's on Your Bench. And also Edgar at the Madlab was hosting TV and movie car build, and I guess it's kind of cliche to random young model master insert build a General Lee, but I've been wanting to build a General Lee for a while, and I don't have anything else really in the stash that is movie car related. But this would be what I would throw into the ring at this point. But you guys can let me know what you think. It's been pretty well received on Instagram and Facebook. So hopefully you guys like it, and I can leave a comment, like, subscribe, dislike, whatever you want to do. But it's getting pretty close to done, and I'm pretty proud of it. This has been my favorite car since I was a baby. It's probably is responsible for many bits of burnt rubber on the roads in Massachusetts. Alright, well, there may be some more coming after this video, or during this video, or before this portion of the video. I may do a voiceover, but I hope you enjoyed it, and this is going to conclude the speaking portion of the video. Y'all take care, and keep on building.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. No right to the name, there ain't a day past it, I ain't in trouble. This changes the game, it turns a somersault to a double. They hate me.